Going live. And we're live.
Hello, I'm Garmbreak1, and this is Midgardia RPG. Today we'll be playing Crossroads, a D&D 5th edition homebrew setting/campaign, cobbled together from 1,000 third-party resources by yours truly. I have with me these various players.
Hi, my name is Hikaru, and I am playing Archie, the something craftsman, gearsmith craftsman human. There we go. It's been a while.
It's been 2 weeks.
So, like, forever, I see.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Pi. I'm playing Dacio, the pyromancer alchemist, Triton, because that makes sense.
Nothing makes sense about this group, let's be honest. Hi, I'm Zio. I am playing Amorous, who is a wind kobold and a trick shot gunslinger, because someone decided to give the 6-year-old
And a baby.
Oh. Hi, I'm Sho. I'm playing Askin, the Domain of Flame cleric, who is a water ganassi. Because, like Pi, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. So, slight recap of last time. You guys kicked the shit out of a bunch of goblins, found that they were making a gobstruct, determined that they were involved with some, greater criminal order, and decided to go in the exact opposite direction of that order. Saying, well the fuck away from all of that bullshit because you are a bunch of tiny babies, and...
And then we'll die!
Yeah, seriously.
It's true.
Besides, we don't want to expose the tiny baby child with a gun to this nonsense.
That's true. And between sessions, you guys decided to head for the town of Bardsgate, which is to the south.
Yes.
Yes.
Is mostly on the ground. Yeah, sure.
Sorry. Just remember, before we go too far, I want to try and see if I can find who's the family that owns the ring.
Right, yeah, it's pretty much like an unrecognizable jade ring. It's
Alright.
been there for long enough that anybody who could recognize it is probably also in the burial mound.
Okay. I had to try.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And it doesn't appear to be cursed.
Neat.
Just slip it on your fingers, see what happens.
And by appear to be cursed, you mean, is it cursed?
That's exactly what I mean, yeah.
I already had cast Detect Evil and Good and Detect Magic on it.
Oh,
What
well,
if-
if it's
yeah.
cursed, then, I think it's you, not it.
Maybe it's slightly too small. Maybe that's the curse. Oh.
No,
Wait,
slightly
does
too
that mean
big
I
is the
can
cursed.
No.
Because then it goes off flying every time you gesticulate.
No, I think it's a
fair.
wristband for Amorous.
No.
I'd be fine with that.
One of those
Nope.
slap bands from the 90s.
Oh god.
Hell yeah.
Shit,
Fuck,
I'm starting to approve that.
the Retroverse Kickstarter has slap bands as one of its rewards, and it's fucking hype.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Showing our age here.
I mean, slap bands are before my time. I don't know about y'all. But, anyway.
I totally have never used slap bands. Nope, not.
No, I did not have a watch.
Me either.
Never. Nope.
Garm, how did you
Regret
not have
ever
one
met.
when I did?
Called
Anyway.
out.
Anyway.
Trying to dodge the subject.
I'm trying to steer us back on track.
Roll a 3 on a dexterity saving throw to dodge that subject.
I don't want to talk about, anything that happened more than 10 years ago.
Way to call yourself out then.
Anyway, you sons of bitches. We're moving the fuck on. Yeah, so you are now the proud owner of a jade ring, which, if I recall correctly, you used mending to mend. Which I think works, for cracked stuff. It's a little unclear how mending all works.
I think so.
Yeah. It seems like if material's missing, mending doesn't work, but as long as it's just, split and not a piece has been broken out, it should be fine.
Yeah, I think it's fancy glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know that it can serve to, like, fix a broken wheel.
Right.
So, using that logic.
Yeah. It's thinking too hard about D&D stuff can get you in trouble sometimes. But that's why we're here. Anyway, so you guys started heading south, which I think takes you back by the refugee camp, if you guys wanted to stop there.
I think we're definitely stopping by there because we ended up with some money and some supplies. How much money did we end up with?
It was about
Total, or
each.
Total, because I don't have anything on mine.
do you want? I'll post it into chat then.
Okay. Do we want to keep it all and split it between us? Honestly, I feel like we're more of a party funds kind of group than a split evenly kind of group.
That's true.
I don't think anyone in the party particularly wants, like, to have their own pocket money, and we can just ask whoever's... Which brings up the question of who should keep the money.
I'm gonna say not Amorous.
Yes.
I just imagine Amaris slowly raising her hand, like,
And then everybody being like, no.
So anyways, who else wants to keep the money?
I mean,
I'm
the obvious
honestly
solution is-
thinking...
Sorry?
I'm honestly thinking Dacio should keep the money. Am I being foolish?
I'm lawful good, so I guess not.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't this whole group except Amaris lawful good?
Lawful. I am
No,
not
it's
lawful.
just
I'm
Dacio
neutral.
and me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm neutral good.
You want to know where the money would be safest in your party?
I mean,
Not
the village.
silver.
Inside Silver.
No.
But
no one is going to mess with the freaking raptor.
That would be the worst idea ever, because every step he made would go jingle jingle, jingle
oh
jingle.
yeah,
jingle.
that'd ruin ourselves. That's true.
Is that
Not
a
like it.
disadvantage?
It would be like a walking piggy bank, and if there's a crack, it would just fly out.
Yeah, that's true.
He breaks
Open
down.
up.
Get pretty busted.
He
Oh,
breaks down pretty easily. He's got like what, 20 hit points?
Alright, everything in this adventure does 20 damage. Gotcha.
Sorry, 16.
Alright, everything in this adventure does 24 damage. Gotcha.
So what I'm thinking is, if we should head back to the refugee camp. That's total. Oh, the 50 GP is per moonstones. I think we should. They had
We're
a.
fucking rich.
They had a basically a convenience store in the place we saved, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry, just convenience store. Yeah, you go and pick up some fucking
General store.
taquitos, sewing
Oh,
kit,
some jerky.
Oh, I want taquitos now. Fuck
aux
you.
cable.
Chimichangas.
No, you always get taquitos. Fuck you.
Yes,
Chimichangas.
that is a great idea.
Can we
Show.
get those little packets of donuts too?
Please. And that
We're the
swill that
worst
they call
party
coffee.
I get to pick out one candy, right?
I
It has to
guess,
be
If
low
you're
sugar.
but it
That's
can't
low
be worth
sugar,
more
though.
than one silver, and that's
Whoa.
stretching it.
One
Got
silver
one.
as in the coin, not the actual thing.
We've
I was
got
gonna
one wall that's just like a giant fucking thing of exotic air fresheners. Yes, to answer your question, they have a general store.
Oh man, there's gotta be a corner with like skeevy scrolls or something too.
Those are behind the counter.
Is this going to end up being the general store that is built in our refugee camp in the future?
Yes.
It's like the most patchwork tent ever, made out of pieces that flew off of the other ones.
Reprehensible. Alright, what were you looking for at the general store?
I was looking for. Carts are expensive, aren't they?
I can double check that really quick.
Oh, do we want to get because for traveling?
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe a horse as well.
Like, I'm not thinking wagon. I'm thinking a small cart that Silver could
Oh.
pull.
Ah, like a barrel almost. A barrow almost.
Can we use it as a weapon?
I mean,
if the wheels break,
But-
I have mending.
It would be useful to use Silver for pulling.
Yeah,
a
because
wagon
like
or
Silver
something.
can't pull a wagon. I'm pretty sure Silver cannot pull. I mean, he might, but I'd rather not.
Silver also can't get tired.
Silver
Yeah,
can't
that's
get
true.
tired. But small cart, we can like carry shit around in that. Because what I was thinking is, we have a refugee camp. Let's spend, let's say, 20 gold on food and supplies to take back to the settlement. We do have a lot of people starving over there.
Yeah, you would be able to acquire like probably some wheat, jerky, components for like bread
Some
and
what?
whatever. Jerky.
Jerky.
What did you
Oh,
think I
wheat.
said?
Wheat.
Wheat.
Yeah, because
was I not the only one?
I heard wheat.
I heard weed.
I heard weed.
I heard weed, but I read that as wheat, considering the
Contact.
context.
I was
Tell
writing.
you can tell which people live in a rural area.
Hey,
I mean, no,
Farmland?
Garm, we would have recognized weed too.
That's fair. Um, you can find some barley, some oats, probably some weird plant I haven't made up the name of, but
And
it's
that's-
functionally identical.
That stuff is
Oats
pretty
for
cheap, so we
goats.
can get a pretty decent amount for 20 gold. But yes, how much for a cart?
Cart's gonna run you about 20 GP.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that then. So 20 GP for a cart, 20 GP for food shit. So we can like dump it at the
Yeah, just like
Settlement.
various miscellaneous foodstuffs.
yeah.
Food shit, 20 GP. I
Uh,
literally just wrote that down. And Garm, did you give me/us access to a?
party loot.
Can you make a sheet for
Handout.
loot things that people have access to?
or
Yeah.
loot things, you said?
Yeah, like a
Handout,
loot
yeah.
sheet.
Give it to me.
That way we don't have to worry. And we'll basically
Right.
use that as what's in the cart.
There you go. You now have a loot sheet at the top of characters.
Really?
Wonderful.
Fight me. Uh, you can also buy a goat for 1 gold.
My goats!
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, actually, can we see
We
what other
could-
animals we could
Yeah.
buy to take back and raise?
I will be the judge of the best animals.
I'm
You
thinking.
cannot ride it.
No. I like animals.
I mean, I don't know how big this place is, but yeah, a goat. It would have to be a milking goat.
Yeah, beyond goats, it's gonna be a little bit harder to find.
But
Um,
a goat or two to bring back would be good.
yeah, a couple of goats. A cow would run you about 12
Yeah,
gold.
shit's expensive.
A 12.
I'd rather get
cow is
5
cheaper than
goats.
a cart.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, we can get some goats now, bring them back, but we're basically developing a relationship with this
Yeah.
camp, so we
Yeah.
can get more from them later. But get the goats there, they can start raising the goats, and
Yeah.
okay. I'm going to point out I did save a few chickens when we escaped our old
Okay.
home, so
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so we have chickens, but yeah, let's take
If
take
we're
a
getting
couple
goats,
goats.
we need at least 1 goat per person.
And
Because otherwise, we're all gonna fight over them.
I have
Alright.
chickens.
2
So
and
we
2.
get 4 goats,
Mhm.
20 gold of food, and fill the rest of the cart with hay, because I don't think we have much hay at our place.
True.
Goats are pretty hardy. They'll eat whatever the fuck.
Yeah, and you guys are in kind of a grassy.
Oh, that's
area.
true.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's be honest. We'll
How much
use the
is a goat?
goats to clear land.
goat.
Oh,
each.
1 gold.
1 goat piece each, yes.
Yeah,
Look,
that's why they're
it's a
called
completely-
GP.
It's a completely reasonable standard of trade.
Is it?
Yes. I'm sure in major cities you can go to like I guess, a central bank and be like, hey, I'm cashing out my fucking gold, give me some goats.
Cash payouts head. How about now?
I just like the idea of an economy based on having a shit ton of goats. I have 150 gold. I'd like 150 goats, thanks.
Well, that's how banks used to work. Is you could like your currency
Banks
was
used to
backed
work
by
on goats?
no, not goats, but gold.
Yeah, but gold is a lot smaller than a fucking goat and takes less maintenance.
Anyway,
So
We're
we
the
get some
best.
goats, other supplies, food, a wagon
I do
that
have to name Rava.
I get to name at least one of the goats.
It's a cart, not a wagon. You can name a goat.
Yay!
were there any other animals you were looking for?
I think for now we're good on that. I mean, we have the
Alright.
chickens. Well, we have now goats, so we have some milk.
I
Drop a
mean,
couple of gold on some like nails and rope and shit as well.
yeah,
Yeah, stuff to make
Various mending
various mending.
or tools.
building tools, because the thing is, we're gonna have to start building the village, so.
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
start
and-
tools.
That's something that you could probably get a little bit of a deal on because A, you help Julidan, and B,
Mm-hmm.
well,
That and like materials to like. I mean, I suppose we have some saws and stuff like that for cutting down trees at her.
Yeah.
Because
Probably
we
some
have
very
our
basic
own
stuff.
blacksmith and stuff, so they would have taken their basic supplies with them.
yeah, your stuff is pretty rough, but you make do.
Tools to
Mhm.
start off with that we can work towards getting more.
Yeah,
We do have a
Mhm.
stonemason and a carpenter.
So we don't really need stuff to make things. We just need tools like we haven't had much access to iron and shit. So yeah, getting building supplies is probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm,
Alright.
So what would that be?
A pound of iron is 1 silver, as is 1 square yard of canvas.
Okay, so we could easily get quite a lot for like 5 gold.
Yeah,
I mean,
Are we
the other
getting-
thing is we could basically leave a list of what we need, the money for it, and have someone else come and pick it up because we're not going to be able to haul
Yeah.
all this.
Yeah,
But
that's what
someone
I
else
was thinking.
can come with a horse and wagon to pick up more shit.
I'm thinking the building materials. Yeah, 5 gold is going to be enough to fill a wagon because that's cheap stuff. In terms of the layman and not an adventurer, so we can leave another. I don't know you said it's a day between our place and this city, right?
Yep.
Especially by wagon. So another 2 gold to deliver it.
alright. Yeah, they seem amenable to that.
Okay. So for
Yeah.
Pi's sake, it's 5 gold worth of building stuff and 2 gold for the delivery of that to the settlement.
And that'll be enough to start work on, like, actual houses.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we need to stop living in tents,
Yes.
Yeah.
especially
They'll make
because
the
everything
next
is starting
winter.
to melt.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're basically working towards the next winter now.
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel like we're playing Harvest Moon here.
A little bit.
Or Stardew Valley.
Stardew
I think
Valley.
Stardew Valley more.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've never played any of these games, so they're just names to me.
Ooh. Would we want to get any seed packets to potentially grow stuff?
I think we might find better offers on that in Bard's Gate
That's true.
because they're gonna
Bard's
have.
Thing is,
This is a
spring
small
is
village.
coming now. We
Yeah.
only have a small growing season.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
Bard's Gate is way further out.
that's true.
We should get stuff now. We can acquire more stuff that, honestly, if it's too late to plant them that year, they can be stored for a year.
Yeah, I mean we can get like later year seed stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just concerned this is a small village, so they're not going to have much surplus.
Yeah.
Though they do have like farm areas.
Yeah.
So they would have some stuff, just not a
But if we
bunch.
can at least get some seeds to start making our own fields, that would be
How
helpful.
much would that be, Carm?
To get enough
Whatever they
what
can
kind of seeds
offer.
are you looking for? Like, okay.
I will say right now, potatoes.
Potatoes, yeah.
Things that grow really
Did
well.
we say this was 50?
Potatoes and squash.
Yes, what?
Did we say this was 50 GP each or total for the 5 moonstones?
Each.
Yeah,
Although
we're
you
rich.
will have to actually find a place to sell them.
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to be able to sell those here.
Those
Okay.
would be better used in a
Hang
larger
on.
city.
Yeah. But
I mean, we have
Uh,
enough pocket money right now for this.
so check out the handout right now. I'm still editing format, but
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for keeping track of that, by the way. I really appreciate it.
Same.
no, it's either that or my notebook on my desk. So
Mm-hmm.
Still.
I would say for seeds, you want potatoes and squash are going to be 2 of the best things you can get to begin with, because they can be used to basically start gardens and they make the land more fertile the next year, and they grow like hell and they store for a longer period. Also, if you grow squash and zucchini beside each other, they tend to crossbreed, and those things grow like wildfire.
do not get mint.
Yeah, I was gonna say. mint
Ow!
would be-
Shit! Fuck cat!
That's a roll.
You said potatoes and celery still?
Potatoes and squash.
What was the other thing that we were supposed to get?
Zucchini.
Zucchini. Those 3 together, they tend to grow constantly. You can basically pull out
Zucchini.
some, and they'll keep growing.
Which is also true of mint.
Mint is an infestation.
What about carrots?
Carrots tend to not grow the first year very well if
Okay.
the ground isn't fertile enough.
Okay.
That's
keep
why
that
you
in
want
mind for
to
later.
deal with like squashes and potatoes to begin with.
I found the one from the farm.
Forgot to send out the tweet, huh?
Whoops.
I can see it on stream right now.
Guys!
What just happened?
Nothing.
Carter
Sorry.
forgot to send out the tweet.
No, I was
Yeah.
just adding to the tweet.
Oh,
And she was-
yeah, uh-huh.
And she was doing it in the same window as Roll20.
Oh, Karu.
Like a noob.
I'd never do that.
Huh.
Definitely not multiple times I click over onto the Trello tab in Sunday's game. Anyway,
Hey, Pie.
I do my best.
Hey, Pie.
What up?
One more thing for the loot thing, particularly that Askin has currently, is he's got an astrology-astronomy book that we found.
Well, get your own loot sheet.
Okay, well, I have it in my inventory, but
Yes, but the jade ring was like the, well, if we really fucking need a jade ring, then we'll bum you for it.
yep. Okay,
But other than that, I think that was
everything.
yours.
I feel like I had a thing on fictional plants that I don't remember where I put.
We can worry about that later, honestly.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
how
I'm not
much
going
can
to-
they offer us on seeds and shit? The hard DM
Sorry,
questions.
I'm just trying to think of like sizes. Probably not enough to subsist on your own, like like based entirely on what they can give you. You'd still have to forage out in the forest and stuff.
Yeah.
But
But it
like
would assist.
Supplementary.
it would help, yeah.
I mean, we
Um,
just want to get the tilling going so that we can prepare the ground and stuff.
Yeah. Maybe about a gold's worth of like miscellaneous seeds.
That works. Well, if we
potatoes.
add that to the building supplies that are being delivered.
Yeah.
What are we getting?
About a gold's
General
worth of
seeds.
Okay, only one of you gets to talk.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Or what are we getting?
1 gold worth of seeds.
Various planting seeds. 1 gold. Alright. How's this so far?
That looks good.
Yep, yep.
No, why are you bold and everything? Alright.
Works for me.
The potatoes are very important. That's why.
Yes.
And the squash and the zucchini.
Yeah, and the various planting seeds covers most of
Those
that. It's
three.
not a ton, but it's
Yeah.
It's
It'll
some-
start. And the thing is,
Yeah.
those will grow all year as long as you just pull out the veggie and leave everything else. They'll actually continue to grow.
Yeah, it's not like it's Monsanto seeds or some shit.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So many potatoes.
No, so many potates.
So many potatoes.
Tots.
Haters.
Potatoes.
Totters.
All right. That looks
Anyways,
that looks
Tim
that looks
Ryder.
like it should get us started on our
Started.
settlement.
I appreciate how ham you guys are going on this, by the way.
Hey. Why
I'm
not?
not
We've got
buying a pig.
Yeah, those are like 3 gold.
Yeah, no.
And
Expensive.
Those will be later on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pick some
expensive and
motherfuckers.
needy.
But no, I do appreciate that. You guys are actually, buying into the, spend most of our money to, like, help build out the settlement kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Zio's
Jesus fuck.
Zio's even already drawn the final form of the barn.
Holy
Look
shit.
forward to seeing that when you guys have more money.
I mean, the
God,
final
Josh.
form of the barns actually needs to be fixed a bit. There are a couple things I realized don't work properly. But I have a rough idea at this point that Garn is approved.
Yeah.
Designing buildings is fun.
I am very glad to have you guys as my players.
Very glad to be here.
All right.
Alright.
I think the loud stuff
Anything else you guys
outside
are
my
looking
window
for?
stopped.
There's, not a lot in this town.
Yeah.
The general store, you've probably just bought out like most of their stock. On the other hand, Calvin could not be happier about that.
Oh yes.
And this will
Can I
just
get-
keep happening, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What's up?
Can
bud?
I get some empty notebooks and stuff for taking notes on the road?
Sure.
And ink or whatever.
It's probably not going to be more than a silver or so to.
I'd like at least 1 or 2 of those myself to have like medical journals and herbalism
Okay.
journals
I'm
to
gonna
take notes on
update
that.
the party funds in a second, so.
Nerds.
Hey, I'm gathering herbs to try and
See if
figure
I
out
mend your gun when it
medicines.
breaks.
Yeah.
Sorry about the bird noises. They're like right outside my window.
We can't hear them.
Sorry.
Also, Kara, you've been muted for a while.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't muted on the stream, so that's good. But we had a combination of an airplane and a really whiny truck go by my window, so
Whoops.
I had to mute
I thought that
myself.
was just a plane.
No, there was a truck with squeaky
It was a pluck.
thing.
Anyway,
Yeah. I think that's pretty much all we can get from here, and I think that's good. We are going to a bigger city,
Yeah.
and hopefully we get some more work so that we can get some more money and we can continue upgrading our gear.
yeah.
Because you folks don't have +1 armor, and neither do I. And I can make that for us.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But it's going to cost me 100 gold of materials for each.
Okay.
I assume you guys are gonna, head pretty much straight on to Bard's Gate unless something extraordinary happens.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Just
Mhm.
short pass by our place, let them know that materials are coming.
Yeah.
We would take basically the food and that we bought, like the actual food, not the seed.
Yeah.
Plus maybe
Yeah.
at least 2 of the goats with us so that they have some. Milk.
Garm, can you copy the loot cart and give me a copy so I can keep one for our new town and one for actually the cart?
So like
Okay.
town stores.
And
Town
then I don't
stores,
have
yeah.
to reformat another one.
That's true.
Sure.
Mhm.
I think I can duplicate that. Yes, it's the big button that says duplicate.
Amazing how that works, Kara.
There you be.
Yeah. So
I'm
how long is it to Bard's Gate?
at least half a month
Oh.
is
With
Honestly,
our
no.
cart and things.
which is honestly not that long.
2 weeks.
Maybe that should be a bit more, but yeah, like 2 weeks. 2 weeks we'll call it. You
That
do
is half
pass
a
through
month.
some small. You do pass through some small towns on the way.
Okay.
You know, more little places like where you just left, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Should
I don't quite want to say every small town's the same, but
should
what are you gonna say,
we
Jeff?
have someone not amorous take notes on where these places are, what they're called, and like how far away they are, so we can try and keep track of more places we could get in contact with for trade, so
Yeah,
we don't
sure.
rely on one location.
I feel like Archie would be the best at that since he's blacksmith and closest to engineer.
That's true. Okay.
someday I'll get you guys a real map.
It's fine.
Just yeah, that way we at least know how far away each of these villages are, how big they are.
Do you
Mhm.
want us to have a handout for that as well? If you do, give it to Karu.
Sure.
I'm not gonna make think up names on the spot, but yeah, that sounds good.
I mean, shit,
Alright.
I named her town.
Garm,
Oh.
that's your homework in between sessions.
Dude, I was just gonna pull up a generator, but yeah.
The towns.
Well, everybody's name starts with A except for mine, and it was either Ad or Da. And one of them was more pronounceable, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so you probably pass through about 3, small to mid-sized towns. And pass by various, small farming settlements, and I think that's about it. This area of the continent is not the most, this is flat plains for the most part. As you head further south, you're heading further towards the portal to the elemental plane of air. So there's, not the giant jagged peaks of the north, or the horrible desert of the west, or the incredible ocean of the east. Just, flat plains with plants that grow well in the increased oxygen of the area.
So many plants!
So many plants.
Oh,
I'll try and
New plants?
Yeah, could we see what medicinal plants we could find? Herbs, stuffs.
Herbs.
Herb.
let me take a quick look through my folder and see if I can find the thing.
I'm not sorry for this at all.
I know you're not. Shit, I really gotta
I know you.
organize.
I mean, physician.
Nope, not the
Needs to be able to
Australian
make
critters
medicines.
book. Not the humanoid plant race.
I mean,
Don't eat people. Recommend against it.
now I wasn't gonna, but
But
plants
now that
grow
you men-
incredibly well here.
Yeah. Sorry. Just quickly. Yeah, I will try and find you some weird plants.
Okay, cool.
I'm just not sure where I left that book or what it was called.
It's okay.
Anyway, there is one notable thing that happens along your travels, though.
Oh.
About a weekend, as you're passing through the boring flat plains between towns, you see a traveler in the distance, coming the opposite way from you in the most brightly colored wagon you have ever seen. As it approaches, you can tell that the cloth on it has been stitched together from at least a dozen different colors, unless you're colorblind, in which case it just looks gray. I don't know if any of you are. I don't remember. And it's
I would like to just put a hand on Amaris's collar and keep her from running immediately towards it.
But it's pretty.
it's being pulled by a magnificent looking horse with a similarly patched to hell set of tack. And as it approaches, you see an air ganassi sitting on the front of it, kind of guiding the horse, but mostly just letting it go its own way. And she seems like she's half asleep until she notices you, and she goes and pulls her horse to a stop and goes, "Hello, travelers!" Just the biggest smile on her face.
Hello back, traveler.
Amherst just waves excitedly.
I give a wave too.
You look like some hardy traveling folk. Would you be interested in some exotic wares? My name is Lordina Swiftfoot, potion saleswoman.
Potions, you
Oh,
say?
you have Askin's entire attention.
And as she says this, she like starts to bow and transitions it into a dramatic flip off of the front of the
Oh my
off of
god.
the
That
cart.
was so cool. How'd you do
She
that?
smacks her hand against the side, and half of it just like drops open and reveals her potion shop setup.
Does she have a top hat?
Sure. Yes,
Can
she.
you type her name out, by the way?
Sure. She like reaches in and like she sticks her hand into the side, pulls out a flat disc, pops it open, and it's a top hat.
Oh my god, that's great. I love it.
How did you do that?
I've learned many things over my time, and the constant nutrition from my various exotic potions helps keep me spry and enhanced in these trying times.
And what?
How
Enhanced.
shady does this sound?
Oh, she
Pretty
sounds real
damn.
shady. She sounds real shady,
Can I
but
insight
amazing.
check her?
What kind of cool things do your potions do? Huh? Huh?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
I'd like to aid that.
Yeah.
And while you guys do that, they are all labeled. Would you like me to read you the labels, Zio?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So there's.
I hope you're good at typing.
Mhm.
Oh, I've got them all. Don't worry. They're all labeled. There are currently 10 of them sitting in various slots. There's an elixir of animal form, a tonic of owl's wake, a tonic of health, a brew of dead ringer, a vial of luck, a vial of godly form, tonic of might, tonic of antidepressant, potion of shielding, and a vial of age. There you go.
Dead ringer.
Mm-hmm.
That.
What's the vial of luck do?
Insight check. Dacio, Archie, you're not really sure. She's weird and eccentric.
Potion.
What about me?
Give me 1 sec while I GM roll something here.
This is gonna be great.
I feel like Archie's just like drawn to the whole mechanic of her. You said it was a
That was-
wagon?
GM roll, huh?
Wagon. Yeah, shit. You know what? You're correct. Thank you, all of you. Literally every one of you except for I think Zio.
I didn't say anything.
I know. Anyway, they sure are potions. You're not really sure if they're what is advertised.
So what's the luck one do? Huh?
Well, the vial of luck makes you experience unusual circumstances in your favor. That's how I found this top hat.
It is a really cool top hat.
Why, thank you, young one.
I can't wear hats, but I can wear a chicken on my head. And she brings out Sunny from her scarf and just puts Sunny on her head, who peeps happily.
Oh, what a darling little chick.
Are you okay, Pie?
Did you just put the chicken on your head?
Yes. She's not very big.
For
And
fuck's sake.
she likes being tall.
Archie, it's basically you can see along the inside edges is a fairly intricate set of wooden gears, basically.
That's what I thought.
Gears and springs and stuff. As far as you can tell, it's set up basically so it will hold together until she hits about exactly that spot.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
it
just
just
absorbing this because it's like gears.
Huh. So, does the tonic of health at least do what it advertises? Considering that medicines.
I mean, this is all
I would
magic shit.
Yeah, I know.
Are you trying to determine this from what it looks like?
Yeah.
Or... Alright.
color, consistency, if she'd let me, scent.
Let's see. Just give me one brief second.
And I would ask once I took a look at it.
So it is a red potion in...
Mhm.
I'm just gonna roll a shit ton of things.
Garb,
in
it's /GM roll with no space.
Yeah. You can all see these, I don't care. But
Yeah.
thank you. It's a small red violet, yes. She will let you open it and sniff it.
Does it smell like a potion of healing?
One sec. Is there a snow one? Smells like home. It's a very nostalgic scent, like a hearth fire or warm bread.
Oh shit. Now I want it. Regardless of whether or not it actually is a healing potion.
So how much do these tonics and potions cost?
Well, I'm glad you asked, good sir. They sell for a mere 50 gold.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
I mean, to be fair, Archie, a base potion generally sells for about that.
But that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
I think we're good, guys.
But if I could reverse engineer that one.
Mm. No.
What are you trying to reverse engineer?
Points to the tonic of health.
We can make health potions. Why is this one special?
Garm.
Are you asking her?
Oh yeah,
I'm
sure.
asking the one that was sniffing it.
Garm, could I recognize why this one might be different?
Give me an investigation check.
Because I'm great at these. Not.
That was a 5.
Yep.
If he's
Smells-
clueless, I will turn to her.
It smells like good things. You have no
It
fucking
smells-
idea.
It smells like a hearth.
Miss, I dabble a bit in potions. Could you tell me which one was the most difficult to concoct?
Just give me 1 second while I double check the list. Well, that would absolutely be the elixir of animal form. It is quite hard. I had to consult with many druids. I even had to find avocados to put in it. Do you know how hard it is to find avocados in the boondocks, if you don't mind me saying?
Yes, and the ones that
Well,
you
you
find
must be
rather
very careful opening those.
Sorry, sure.
The ones that you do find generally tend to be either overripe or underripe. It's really
Indeed.
quite annoying.
It's a real problem.
You have to check under the stem.
Yeah, problem is those that go from ripe to rotting.
But after my many consultations with the druids of Bard's Gate and lands further south, I have finally concocted something that will turn you into an animal.
I want an insider. See
Yeah,
if she's
give me-
bullshitting us.
Give me an insight check.
That was a 13.
Oh
Sorry.
shit, I scrolled up.
Yeah, call it out, show.
Sorry.
Something's up.
I give her a slightly unimpressed look. Oh, really? I don't suppose you'd have any that you'd be able to sample to prove it.
Free samples are the way of cheap bakers.
Oh, I wasn't talking about us. I was talking about one that you would be able to show us.
You know, I suppose I could. And she... Sorry?
Go ahead.
She grabs the elixir of animal form
Mhm.
and cracks it open and takes a big old swig of it and smiles, looks you in the eye, and poof, she becomes a pangolin.
You were so lucky I'm not chaotic, because I totally would have just like put a freaking cage or something down.
How do you turn back from that?
It wears off.
Oh.
Do I know what if pangolins are a druid beginner thing that they could learn?
Let me go check the CR of a pangolin.
Most definitely. It's a
Oh.
beast. I don't think you even have to be Circle of the Moon to become a pangolin.
We don't.
It's probably CR0.
Could be like an ape. Those things are pointy.
I guess they do have claws.
You can see her like waddle and hop back up the stairs, the top of the coach, and like
Right, so this
with
is where...
some effort
Could
unscrew
you like help?
You hear chittering in response, and she manages to open a bottle concealed behind the seat of the coach, drink a little bit of it, and poof, back to the
Huh.
lovely
it
woman
didn't-
that you saw earlier.
It didn't wear off then.
Oh,
Or-
with time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it does make sense that you'd have something that would force it to wear off prematurely, especially if you were going to test one that you couldn't be sure at first.
She winks at you and says, "Well, I've got another in the back if you would like to purchase one of these lovely creations."
Do you pick what you turn in, or is it random?
Oh yes, whatever you're thinking of at the time. Up to a point,
Interesting.
of course. You can't turn into a great dragon or, another.
Is it only beasts, or is it monsters?
Well, that depends on your strength of will.
I see. Archie's just like, this is not what we need. This is expensive as shit. And also, I'm not. You got bad vibes here.
Oh yeah, she. Not gonna say
Definitely do not need an animal potion. But if Askin is right, if we could get some new health elixirs, perhaps we could help some of the less fortunates in town.
Hmm.
Or us, as we are traveling. Say, I'm going to carefully pull out one of my boom shrooms.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
a couple steps back.
Step back.
Mhm.
Are you familiar with one of these? Have you tried them in potions?
Hmm. She looks at it briefly and she pulls a little like jeweler's glass out of her well, you're not really sure where little jeweler's glass, and puts it in her hand. She goes, that's a cave boom shroom, isn't it?
Indeed.
I used to use these for smoke potions back in my earlier days.
What won't make a smoke potion?
Right. So what do you say? Do we have a deal?
Wait, what's the deal?
Would you like to buy some potions?
Oh, I thought you were actually offering a deal.
I mean, that is a deal.
Oh, these
sort of.
are a lovely deal.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not the potion maker in this group.
Well, I'm gonna look at Dacio.
Oh, hang on. Oh.
I would also like to say a little prayer, make a little finger wiggle, pat Dacio on the arm, and give him guidance in whatever he's about to do.
Yeah, alright.
Does she notice?
Should I do a sleight of hand?
Garm, what would I need to do to modify the light brown potion that I picked up from the cave with either the supplies in a normal herbalism kit or this boom shroom, and try and trade it to her for one of hers.
Which one was that?
Light brown potion. You didn't
Right,
know. You
that
didn't
one.
tell us.
Right. Mixing more stuff into a potion is probably not a good idea.
That's unwise, especially not without proper precautions. Doing it on the spot would probably make it more likely to go boom.
Actually, you might be able to ask her what it is.
I don't want to
Yeah.
give her anything.
Yeah,
Give
especially.
us.
Yeah,
I want to try and
especially-
trade this thing. What is my best guess for what this is? You said it was light brown with specks of darker brown, looking
Right.
like earth, correct?
Yeah. Do you want to give me a herbalism kit roll, maybe?
I would like to aid.
Sure.
Because
Yeah,
Oceaneer.
you've probably taken a look at it prior to this.
Mhm.
What stat is herbalism?
Probably wisdom.
Yeah. So
'Cause-
wisdom plus proficiency?
I was gonna say wisdom or intelligence. All right. Yes, I'll go.
That's
great.
right. We're getting into the weird rolls today.
Oh, don't forget, I also gave you guidance.
Yeah, what is that?
That's a 1d4.
You also have advantage because Show was
Yeah,
leading.
that's correct.
Alrighty. Eh.
God, I love this group. Well, your first one was still your better one.
Plus the 1d4 from guidance.
Yep.
15.
So 15.
15. Alright. Just give me 1 sec while I double check my notes here.
I wonder if I could augment a vial of alchemist fire.
Make sure you let Askin know so he can.
Be on the ready.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Pre-call an ambulance, alright.
No. Ready shape water,
Oh. Yeah,
among other things, or
I like mine better.
Yeah, I know.
You think it's a potion of tracking?
Yeah, that's actually kind of useful.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we're not adventurers. We don't really need the potion of fire breath. But I want to study it, try and figure out how to brew it.
I think you're.
Which way are you traveling?
Oh, I'm just kind of, bumming around the boonies, heading to all of the major settlements in turn.
Have
Next
you
I'm
got-
off to a...
No, go ahead.
Next I'm off to O'Byrne's outpost.
Oh?
Yes, they have most lovely things out in the desert.
That was the place that we were very definitely not going.
Because Scourge?
Yep. And we don't want to get involved with that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna warn her about that then.
Mm-hmm.
Funny you should mention O'Byrne's outpost. We had been clearing out a cave, which is where I found the Ep4 mentioned boom shrooms. And it seems that the local ruffians have banded under a unique group called the Scourge.
I'm watching her quite closely to see if she reacts to that.
Were they like just in that area, or were they on the move that we know of?
They're kind of around, probably spreading further around the continent with the...
Around to that way.
Yeah. Show, can you give me an insight check?
Okay. Yay!
19.
19.
You see a brief look of concern immediately covered up with a slightly condescending smile as she goes, "Oh, with my stores of lovely potions, I'm sure I can manage against such small ruffians. Small-time ruffians."
They down the raptor.
Points.
Look over to the raptor. We'll look
Yeah,
back.
they had a construct of their own as well that they were working.
Gobstruct.
Gobstruct, pardon me. That's so dumb.
Yes, well, it hit hard.
Yes, I know. It hit me hard.
You see her reach behind her back and pull out a small vial that looks completely empty, and she just goes, "The easiest way to avoid a fight is not to be seen."
Do you have enough of that for your entire wagon? Raised
She
eyebrows.
just smiles at you.
Well, as long as your potions don't end up in the hands of such ruffians, I think we'll be fine. I would hate to know what a group of bad people would do with such wonders.
Ne'er-do-wells, I think is the word you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, they would do terrible things, but, I will undergo great efforts to not let that happen. Perhaps I'll hire a band of skilled adventurers.
Perhaps.
Mm. Good luck finding some.
I'd like to give her directions to the town we were actually just in,
Mhm.
Alright,
because Julian could use
Yeah.
some work,
That's
it's
true.
true.
and he's a good blacksmith.
Well, thank you
Golden
very
Nail.
much for the tip.
Unfortunately, we must be on our way, though we do thank you for the odd knowledge you have imparted us today.
She bows and smacks her top hat back into a disc and shoves it back in the side. Well, 'twas a pleasure meeting you. I hope you find great success in your journeys.
Thank you.
I'm going to flip her a copper and tell her good luck.
She catches it and giggles a little bit.
It's like half our gold show.
Yeah, that's the problem. We don't want to spend all... I mean, unless
I
you'll take a
know.
moonstone.
I mean, or what? I mean, we could always see if she'd
I mean,
be willing to barter.
we also know
because-
where she's going,
Yeah.
That's true.
and if she's shifty-eyed about that, then I suspect that she'll get in trouble sooner rather than later, and we'll have
Oh, yes.
to save her ass.
Probably.
And then we get some potions. I mean,
But yeah, I think the potions we have are more interesting. And, I mean, yeah, the option would be asking if she'd take a moonstone for the tonic of health.
but if she's traveling in the boonies at the moment, then probably not. But
Only way to find
Yeah.
out is
Ask.
to ask. Yeah.
What do you guys think? Should we?
But
I
I
mean,
mean,
go
that'd
for
probably
it.
be a good idea. Yeah.
All right. So, listen, we're new to all this adventuring business, so we don't have much in terms of gold. But we could offer you a moonstone in exchange for the tonic of health.
Ooh. May I take a look at it?
I'm gonna whisper, I thought we were saving those.
Shh.
I know, but health, you
No.
know. I let her look at one of them.
Alright. Then she pulls out the little jeweler's glass again and looks at it for probably about a minute. Which one were you interested in?
The health tonic.
I can do that. And she, you see her reach over for it with a cane that you hadn't actually noticed before now.
What? That.
And
So
she,
many
picks
surprises.
it up. Yep, pulls it back towards her and offers it to you with one hand open for the moonstone.
Alright, I hand her the moonstone.
And she hands you the potion.
I hand over the potion to Dacio for safekeeping.
Pleasure
I'm
doing
out.
business with you.
Look, have you seen Dacio's design? He's designed
Yes,
to
I-
carry potions.
I'm aware.
And when we stop, you will be the first to look at it.
Not. Because I'm totally not getting way too excited about potentially looking at a fucking health potion and seeing if I can recreate it.
And seeing what makes it smell like good things.
Yes, seriously.
Sell new perfume.
Yeah, Dacio's the one with a bandolier with, like, potion slots.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that she hasn't mentioned anything about that.
I don't think...
Oh, yeah, but I don't have anything exotic on them. I've got like
It would be rude to inquire.
shiny ones and firebolt.
And yeah, she pushes the side of the wagon back closed and carries on her merry way, whistling a tune.
Alright.
Wave, wave, wave.
Alright, Amorous, back in the cart.
I will say, as the cart starts moving away, you see Amorous appear from the other side of the cart.
Uh-huh.
So,
Just
what
waves.
trouble did you get in?
I
didn't get
thought
into
you were a bit
trouble.
quiet there.
I'm gonna
So-
insight Amherst because I believe her not at all.
I hope you didn't make her life too difficult.
Oh my god.
I didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Eyebrow raise.
Pretty, there were pretty colors.
Eyebrow raise.
Lots of pretty fabrics, too.
Did you see anything else?
Nothing that seemed odd.
Do we have to find the nearest constable and turn you in?
Why?
She is a traveler, and we are not to make her life more difficult.
I didn't do anything. I was just looking at it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that at face value because if she were lying, she'd be more of a little nuisance about it.
Alright,
Is
so we
your tail
continue on our
thumping?
way.
Alright.
It looks like she's telling the truth.
So no obvious tells that she normally has when she's lying.
Nope.
Okay.
You guys are gonna keep heading on?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
To Bard's
Uh,
Gate.
Yes, still about a week out, so you'll have ample time to sit by a fire at night and take a look at that potion.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
What would you like to do with it?
Mostly?
First, I'd like to split into 2 bottles just in case.
Uh-huh.
And then I give one of them straight to Askin, and
Take
the
it.
other one back where it came from.
Alright. Ask him, what would you like to do with it?
I'd like to try and determine exactly what it does.
What it does?
I mean, you know, like strength and all that kind of stuff. Oh god.
That's incredible. That's the
She prob-
worst.
I'm just, you're assuming she has tells. You're
No.
assuming it's
I'm
easy
assuming
to tell.
I'm assuming that she hasn't created tells to make people think that they know when she's lying when she
Oh,
actually.
she's still young. She's going to.
Yes. Good luck actually reading what Amorous is thinking. She
Uh-huh.
is.
Well-
I like how you actually have, like, a class feature that is called a poker face.
Yep.
It's classic gunslinger.
This child is going to be terrifying when she's a bit older.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Sho, how do you want to go about this?
I'd like to take another whiff of it. I'd like to take a tiny taste of it as well to see if I can recognize any of the ingredients.
Alright. Tastes like pepper.
Okay.
Like, hot pepper or
Yeah, like
Ground
what kind of
pepper.
pepper? What?
Ground.
Ground pepper, like
like
the
salt
seasoning.
and pepper, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I feel any like bit of magical tingling?
It does feel slightly magic, yes. Obviously, the pro strat is stick your hand in the fire and then drink the potion.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
So,
Hmm?
question. I just saw that, so continual flame requires 50 gold worth of ruby dust.
Yeah.
Could it be substituted for a different gemstone that colors the flame differently?
Sapphire, topaz, or emerald, yes, nothing else.
Right.
Well,
time to apply real science in places it does not belong.
It always belongs.
Mm-hmm. So, you know that time when bad decisions were made? I
I'd
would
like to.
You told
prep
me not
Q
to make
wounds.
bad decisions.
Shh. I'm sorry, what was that?
I'd like to prep cure wounds.
Yeah, I'd like to take my scimitar out and I'd like to kind of slice my finger on it.
Okay.
And then I'd like to take a swig of the potion.
Alright. Let's see. The texture of the potion is airy and bubbly. It's almost like drinking champagne, actually. I don't know if you've ever had champagne in character, but
Probably not.
still tastes like pepper.
Mhm. Anything
and
happen?
You suddenly feel really relaxed. Everything's okay, man.
Oh my
Everything's
god.
gonna be
Oh
alright.
my god.
Oh my god.
Do not let Amorous touch this potion.
Do I recognize this as a fucking calming potion?
It's like you fucking care. Everything's cool, dog.
Oh my god. So I just got drugged.
Well, that's one way of healing someone, I guess.
I'd like to take notes on this.
Yeah. Did it actually do anything to the cut on my finger?
No.
I didn't think so.
Amorous just goes up beside Askin and starts poking him, being like, "Did it work? Did it work? Did it work?"
Can I just fix that on his finger if it's a paper cut?
I mean, it'll heal up in a couple of minutes on its own. Like, it's just basically a paper cut.
I put away the cure wounds and I wrap the tiniest of band-aids.
Just
No,
like two
no,
pieces of
It's
string.
alright. It's alright. I'm pretty sure she was a drug dealer, though.
Like you care.
We are going to take the what remains of the potion and bottle away from you.
Can I try it?
No.
No.
Now,
I mean, like I care, but no.
It didn't.
you continue to be underage.
Yeah, I'm gonna
This is
cork
okay.
the potion
And, did he let
and
you
tuck it
have ale?
away.
No.
Archie did once.
What?
Archie and I will have words.
Just relax.
Loud
Just relax.
ones.
It's not a problem. Come on, just leave it. It was in the
but-
past, man.
Does
What-
that mean I can have the potion?
No.
No.
What time of day is it?
It's like evening.
I would like to carefully make sure that the potions are all where they need to be.
Oh, you think that Askin's gonna give this back to you? He's corking it and tucking it away for further study later, and not further study being drinking. Water.
Shrug.
Bullshit.
Dude, he's mad chill. Do you think he's gonna, like, not do whatever somebody asks of him?
Yeah.
Alright. I am going to create the 4 lights. 2 behind and 2 in front of Archie.
Me?
Yes, you. And proceed to shout at the top of my lungs at him. What the hell were you thinking giving her alcohol?
It was
Even know
just.
what the hell happened the last time. She snuck into the bar, she got drunk, and then what? Destruction everywhere. Doctor's mad. We had injuries everywhere. There was the most destruction to any of the tents we
It
had ever
wasn't-
seen.
It wasn't that bad. The sugar was the worst. Please don't give her much sugar. And I'm
It's
contemplating taking another
overreacting.
swig of the potion at the thought of her on a sugar high.
And I am going to grab that from him as he's drinking.
Oh, I didn't actually take a swig of it. I just contemplated.
Yes, if you're holding it, I'm dragging it from you.
Also, I will point out Archie basically said you can try a sip, and if you like it, that's one thing. But it was kind of gross, so he said that was
See?
a success.
Look,
And we do not know what it is going to do to her physiology.
Dacio, it was just a sip. It's better if she does it in a controlled manner so she doesn't go and try it on her own and ends up drinking more than she should.
Yeah, that's actually what Askin's nephew did that one time.
Hey Garm, has the potion worn up off yet?
No, probably not till morning. If you're lucky.
Wow, that's fucking strong as hell.
Alright.
Make a note.
I
Yell about nephew later.
Like you'll.
I would like to
regret.
slap Archie across the face. Because
Huh.
whether or not it was wise to give to her before she got into it herself, you are a man of the law, and you are to uphold our, not traditions.
I asked please, just like you guys told me to when I wanted something.
That is very good of you. This is not your decision, though, because someone was supposed to have been a guardian and an adult and looking out for her.
Amherst just sticks out her tongue at Dacio and is like, "None of you are my parents."
That's debatable. Look, I was. It was a controlled environment. It was one sip.
And it was kind of gross.
It's fine. You're overreacting. If I
Yeah,
had
man,
just
mellow
told her
out.
no, she couldn't, she would have gone behind my back and had a sip anyway.
Might have had more than a sip just out of spite.
If this is where you waver, I hate to see what happens when we get into more fights.
I mean, she did kind of help make a gun. For a
Uh,
A killing machine. Sorry, he. There we go.
Amherst just walks over to Dacio and brings her hands out, and Sunny's there just relaxing, and Amherst is like, "Pet Sunny.
I'm ignoring you.
Pet Sunny. Pet Sunny, or I will be as annoying as you know I can be."
I will gently pet Sunny.
You feel slightly better.
No, I don't.
You get a couple happy peeps from Sunny.
Man, that is so cute. I reach over and pet Sunny too.
I am going to double check my bandolier.
Amherst just sits down beside Dacio and kind of leans against him, and just continues to.
I like how
Sunny.
one sip of alcohol is where Dacio draws the line, not giving the small
gun.
kobold a gun.
I didn't give her a gun.
Who do you think helped me make the powder for gunpowder for that shit?
Slow hand raise.
It was both of you guys.
It was a group effort.
It was all three of us, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, let's be honest. Do you guys want her in front stabbing things or in the back shooting things?
Yeah, that's
Trust me,
why I was.
Dacio is less pleased now that she's actually been in a fight rather
Yeah.
than just, hey, this will be fun to shoot, like, bottles
Cans.
off of a
Yeah.
post.
Uh-huh.
She's really good at that.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're
and that
taking
was
her
fine.
directly into danger just by bringing
Exactly.
her along.
Yeah,
And
otherwise.
Dacio is not pleased about this.
But if we don't take her with us, she would go off on her own and get into trouble that we couldn't get her out of.
I mean, you say that, but in her very first thing, she actually went down.
I mean, technically speaking, you two did too.
That's fine. We're adults.
That was.
I'm an adult!
Do you know who says that the most? Children. Because the adults claim that they are children.
It's true.
I mean, you do kind of act like a kid, Dacio. I mean, and then you have Asken, who kind of acts like an old fart sometimes.
He even looks like one.
Mm-hmm. Did you
Yeah.
seriously just realize that show?
What? I didn't. I mean, no, I knew that, but.
He's having a day.
I would like to just spend the rest of the evening reading the alchemical formulae that we got from the cave.
That's fair.
This group is ridiculous, I just have to say.
Mm-hmm.
I love you guys. You're wonderful.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
good luck reading that in the morning.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I know.
Sure.
I know.
Amherst just goes over to Askin to help him, and by helping him, she's encouraging him to draw how he feels. So in the morning, you just see like flowers and rainbows and shit like that.
With like
Yeah.
random formulas and like stick figures playing
Yeah.
with chickens.
Oh, super cute.
And then in the morning, I want to actually probably try and test one of those formulas to see what the fuck I was on.
And if you need anything from me, I'm saying no.
You feel fine in the morning, by the way.
Cool. Well, she's totally a drug dealer.
I mean, she's
Totally.
something.
Did you see her wagon? Are you shocked?
No, not at all. Neither is Askin. He's just a little disappointed because he was hoping that somebody had a fucking healing potion he could figure.
That's unfortunate. We had to give it a try because healing potions would be nice to have, especially after that fight.
I mean, though. Hey, Garm.
Yeah, what up?
Did Askin actually still feel the throbbing pain of his finger? Or did that get dulled?
Got dulled.
Because anesthesia...
Or more accurately, like,
You didn't care.
you didn't care. Yeah.
I will look at Dacio in the morning and be like, as much as I hate to say it, keep that potion around in case we need to do surgery.
Oh, shit.
Guaranteed, it's going to make it a little easier if somebody doesn't care or doesn't even notice they're hurting while they're getting stitched up.
Grunt.
Man,
I
that's
will
actually-
find a way to make this worth the money we spent on it.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Well, physician.
Well, yeah, what do you
Yeah.
think they used alcohol for?
Yeah, it's true.
Helping children sleep?
But that wasn't alcohol. It didn't.
Just children?
Alright. That got dark.
Well, I'm glad we
Well,
found a
it's
use
true,
for it.
Yeah, and one sip that'll last us for a little while.
Hmm.
Yeah, you'll probably get 4 more out of it.
Okay.
Between them.
Half or total? Okay.
Total, yeah.
Alright, so we continue on our way to Bard's Gate.
Alright. So you managed to get the rest of the way without encountering any other duplicitous characters on the road.
Damn.
I mean, you probably run into a couple of people, but it's, pretty mild. Maybe you swap stories about... Actually...
I would like to ask if they encountered this lady on their way.
And if they haven't, to warn them about her.
Warn them about her, and if they have, to ask if they bought anything from her and if it was a fucking sham.
Oh god, you send her to Julidan.
I didn't
Here.
send her to Julidan.
Monsters, every
I
one
didn't.
of you.
Hey, he won't be able to
I
afford it.
didn't send anyone to anything.
But yeah.
True.
I was spying in the back of the wagon.
Oh.
I saw
And what did
nothing
you-
of interest.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you see her when she came back and turned from a pangolin?
That's a good fucking question.
Yeah, because that makes me almost think that she fucking just switched places with one. Or, wild shaped.
I thought she was always in our view when she did that.
Yeah,
No.
she was in your view the whole time.
Well, but when she turned back to a human.
You would have been able to see,
Good, I
like,
see.
the top of the coach.
Okay, so we know she didn't switch places with one.
Yeah. Although that'd be dope if she had, like, a spare pangolin just for that. They're really cute, okay?
They're men.
Anyway, nobody
They
else
walk
bought
on
any.
2 legs.
Oh shit, you're right. And they are featherless.
Mm-hmm.
See? It's a man.
Behold!
You're welcome.
Thank you. Every day's a good day for fucking Behold Plato's Man jokes. Anyway. Yes, one of the other groups that you encountered did buy something from her.
Oh.
They haven't tried using it yet.
I'd like to ask what...
Let me double check the list again real quick.
Or at the very least, gonna suggest that maybe the items don't exactly work as they do, and they might have effects that don't wear off till the next day.
Shit.
Yeah, they.
Or until a counter potion is taken.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna roll for another potion.
Neat.
Because I guess she probably just wouldn't make the same ones over and over. You know.
Yeah, no. I mean, unless it was one of the ones that she had already in there. 'Cause she had 2. Guessing the first one was one of the same potions.
No, there's more than one table.
Ah,
Actually was one of the same as.
Oh.
told you.
It was the potion of antidepressant.
Oh.
Well, it might.
Well,
make
that
you-
might work
yeah.
as advertised.
Good to know.
But-
Good to know. Good to know.
But be careful with it. It might have unseen side effects. Also, if you go to one of the larger cities that has guards, you might not want to let them see it, just in case it's not necessarily legal.
You see the guy like look at it for a moment, pop the cork, and go, eh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Uh-oh.
And then you hear him start wheezing.
Shit.
Is
Wheezing
he
as
gonna
in,
laugh
like-
uncontrollably for a while.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's like a laughing gas
No.
potion.
No, wheezing as in
uh,
cannot breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to try and make a medicine check to stop him from not being able to breathe.
Okay, how the hell are you going to do that?
I don't know.
Can you figure out what's causing him to have trouble breathing?
Yeah, please.
Alright, yeah, give me a medicine check.
Shit, really? Damn it.
Sorry, what'd you say, Pi?
Sorry. 9 and 13.
I would guidance, but the highest I'd be able to get with guidance is 13, so meh.
And have
Actually,
to
you
do
know
that
what?
before.
In the interest of not having to roleplay somebody who is like dying or choking to death, because that's gonna suck for me, I'm gonna go with something different. Actually,
Okay.
he just passes the fuck out right there, like on the table, snoring
Is-
loudly.
I mean, I guess
Sorry,
that's one way to deal with depression.
That, not really.
He's not sad right now, is he?
He's asleep.
Also,
He may
like
still feel better in the morning. We don't know.
his head might not. He hits it hard enough that you see like forks and plates bounce up slightly.
Well, shit.
That would be a great potion to use. Like,
I
if
know.
you were,
No.
if we
Hey,
weren't.
guard, does this rag smell like antidepressants to you?
Or does it smell more like chloroform?
Well, luckily we don't have any like rogues in the party.
I still keep Amherst away from it.
It's fair.
I'd like to uncork a vial that suspiciously, in quotes, reeks of ammonia and pass it under his nose.
Ah.
You see his hand reach for it,
No,
still
you don't.
asleep.
What?
I'd like to smack the hand away from it.
His hand just like drops back.
Don't give him things to drink that could probably hurt
No,
him.
no, it's not for drinking. It's
I know
just
it's
for
not.
smelling.
I'm pretty sure I recognize your tricks to that degree, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I probably been woken up by that when I passed out before.
After about 5 minutes of like laying there drooling on the table, like, you guys are like, "What do we do?" He just wakes up and goes, "Where am I? And who are you?" When did I get 2 hands?
Oh no.
No, that one's not.
You're in a
Does he look
tavern.
drugged?
Yes.
He looks like he just woke up. Mostly just looks very confused.
Because the where am I? Why do I have 2 hands? Quote unquote sounds like a very I have been drugged series of questions.
What's the last thing you remember?
The last thing I remember is telling my wife we don't have enough money to go to the Ascension ceremony. Last night.
That was a.
How long ago was that, girl?
About 6 months.
Oh god.
I see. And how did she take that?
Well, she was disappointed, but you know, noble women, they always want whatever they can get. I think she ended up going on her own. Or, sorry, I think she said that she was going to go on her own whether I liked it or not.
Amherst
I'm going
walked
to-
away.
I'm
Amherst
going
just
to
walked
take
away.
him for a walk around the cart, or off into the distance and talk to him while you guys can talk to whoever
Yeah.
the hell he was with.
Yeah, I'd like to pat Dacio on the back, say good luck, and give him guidance.
Oh boy.
Also, you note that his clothes do not look like that of a nobleman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He believes he's telling the truth.
Now it explains
absolutely,
why he
yes.
got that specific potion.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
don't mean to keep sending this session in, like, the darkest directions possible.
It just kind of happens.
we just have to roll with it.
Considering what world we live in right now, are you surprised?
Yeah, fair enough. Alright. He's sad about the news and pays his tab and, like, leaves. Not really sure what else.
Okay. I'm not actually just gonna let him go.
We're his buddies.
He was traveling alone,
Oh.
as far as you can tell, yeah. Or
Yeah.
maybe not traveling so much as hanging out in this bar for the past several months.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have belongings with him or anything? Anything that would have either had his name or anything really?
Sure, yeah, he had a pack that he had sitting beside the table as you guys talked to him. It has a name on the, like, inside of the side of the pack that would be facing whoever's wearing it,
Uh-huh.
which is Noble House Names.
Yeah.
Give me
yourself.
give me a mere second.
One Mississippi.
Are you gonna
Hey,
send him
guys.
to the settlement and put him to work?
Let's.
Monsters, every one of you.
Hey.
No.
Lychee. It says, like, there's a emblem of a what's the word? There's a heraldic emblem with the word Lychee underneath it.
Okay. Do I know anything about this name, or have I heard of it?
Give me a history check.
Oof.
22.
You may have heard it from passing nobles and stuff like that. It's a minor noble house in Bardsgate. Like, not super rich, not like we run the city, but, has a nice estate. Probably its own group of, like, guards separate from the city guard, that kind of stuff.
How the hell did he get here with no one with him?
I mean, he probably put a lot of money and effort into finding his wife after the ascension.
I'm bringing him with us to Bardsgate.
Please, I have to find my wife.
Exactly. And with the supplies that you have now, you are going to get into more trouble than you are going to solve. we will need help, and that will require people that know you and know your wife.
It's also been 6 months and he's been hanging out here. It's most...
I actually wouldn't have told him that yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to explain to the party that this is going to be a slow readjustment. I have not told him yet how long it's been. I have only told him that
It has been.
something major has happened at the Capitol, and that there is chaos.
Okay.
I don't think he should be traveling alone.
Well, as long as he doesn't go towards the capital, because that'll get him killed.
Yeah, it
That's why
takes
I'm
a little
taking it back to Bard's Gate.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of convincing, but you do eventually get him to agree to. You explain, like, I guess, what happened with the drink, and they seems to have suddenly missing a bit of memory, I assume? Something like
yes.
that? Yeah. So you eventually get him to agree to at least come back to Bard's Gate with you and then set out again.
Hmm.
Then, you deal with that as it happens, right?
Yeah.
I mean, once we tell him it's been this long, we can also be like, hey, maybe your wife went back home. You should check there first.
Maybe that could be a very good idea. Thank you.
So ideally, when we get to Bard's Gate, either we're going to find one of his friends or someone that was sucking up to him that would agree to help look after him. Because damned if I'm leaving him in a house
By himself.
by himself that he used to live in with a
Wife.
retinue of guards and a family.
Yep.
Yo. His name is Thierry de Vici.
Does he look Italian?
What gives you that impression?
All the eyes.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Is Bard's Gate, like...
This is why I don't
French?
play lawful good character, for the record.
Sorry, Car?
Is Bard's Gate, like, French, Italian atmosphere?
It is now.
All right, great. We have
Are there canals?
we have an NPC we're taking with us now.
Not really. You do get some more information about Bard's Gate, or at least the... Sorry, you guys are... You know that there's a tent city out front of Bard's Gate, which is just from stuff that you've picked up. That's about it, yeah. That's all I got. I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah, I think we're about halfway through our allotted time, so I think we're gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Be right back, guys.
Also, if you enjoy what we do here, you can support us on either patreon.com/Midgardia or twitch.tv/Midgardia, where you can subscribe for $5 USD a month, and we get a pretty good portion of that. Also, check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/c/Midgardia and our Twitter at twitter.com/MidgardiaRPG. We'll be right back. To me. Alright, so you guys successfully reached the tent city with the company now of Thierry de Vici. Sorry, that's a hard one to pronounce. So welcome to the
Man,
tent.
curse whoever gave him a name.
Yeah, right. I accidentally hit back on my browser.
Oh no.
But I think I transferred you guys to the
Yep,
tent
you
city
did.
page. Okay. You guys would be coming in from the west, I think.
That's a lot of broken images.
Really?
What?
Really?
I see nothing wrong.
I see nothing wrong.
Huh.
Or it's just you.
No, it's the overlay.
Oh yeah, it's the overlay trying
On-
to display the cheer icon, not doing it right.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes.
So it's all good. But
I
yes,
didn't
this. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Uh, welcome to the Tent City. This is, like, to the east you have the actual walls of Bard's Gate. This is, well, as the name implies, it's half refugee camp, half semi-permanent settlement. This is where travelers usually end up if they're coming to Bard's Gate, and its population has swollen a little bit in the wake of the recent unpleasantness.
Yep.
Wow, this makes our tent city look puny.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are out in the middle of nowhere. This is
Actually,
refugees
by
who
a city.
decided to get as far away from everything as they could.
Mm-hmm.
The grid doesn't quite line up, and frankly, I'm not sure why I bothered sizing it to the grid. Now that I really stop and think about it,
Eh.
um,
Shrug.
but you know,
Yeah, it's fine.
Thanks.
that's life. Yeah. There were a lot of things here. Every single one of those TC markers is a point of interest.
Oh.
So if you want to shout numbers at me, I will tell you what they are. I'm not going to read the entire, like, fucking 20 item list aloud.
What do we get for map
Ow.
completion?
You okay, Karu?
Yeah, Earl just yanked the cord of my headset.
Oh. Did you then just face plant into your desk?
Almost?
Oh my god.
Oh.
You get a small badge for your profile, Pi.
Alright. Awesome.
I'd like to know everything about T's 1 through 20, please.
Where's the healer tent?
Look, man, if you actually want to, I will go through them. Healer tent.
Or at least the one that smells the funniest that isn't food.
Is it just me or TC-14 is not actually a tent?
It's
TC-14 is a semi-permanent structure. Is the closest thing to a permanent structure this here is.
Mm-hmm.
probably an inn or something.
It's,
I mean, it could be a tent with, like, a vent in it.
It is a longhouse built of rough timbers cinched with clay. The odor of smoke and roasting meat usually wafts from its entrance. It's one of the few permanent structures. It's basically a meeting place, in trading post kind of thing.
So, would it be a decent guess that that's where we'd go to find any, like, job offers that this place might have?
Probably, yeah.
Jopper.
Also,
at least for this area.
I am still looking for something that would qualify as like a healer's tent.
I figured.
Nothing super clear on that, although if you want funny smells, I have the place for you.
Oh dear.
Please.
TC-15, Sense of Passion. A brightly colored tent with elaborate patterns. Sorry, quickly flipping through things here. It is a perfume shop.
Huh.
Really?
Just a perfume shop or something more?
I'd like
big
to
ass-
ask around if the shady merchant has been here and if they purchased anything.
Lord Dennis Swiftfoot.
Alright, are you asking around Sense of Passion?
Yes.
Alright, what do you
Because
use
she
for
had the one
information?
potion that smelled like, quote, home.
Yeah.
That
Sorry,
was
I'm
the
just double
drug.
checking a skill list to see what you would really use for that.
Deception versus
No,
Deception.
for figuring out. Yeah.
Or you could probably use just an investigation.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
like,
that'd
is there
be.
anything here that smells similar even? Or... Did I click? I swear I clicked.
Sorry.
18 for investigation.
Just kind of wander around, smelling stuff to see if find something that smells about the same.
I'm going to eventually talk to one of the people working there, but yes, for now.
Alright. Outside, you have a male human with a pretty gnarly sword. Inside, I don't know. Inside, you have a human with various shiny things on her. Um, some of these things do smell broadly similar. Um, I mean, they all smell good and comforting. That's like half the point of perfume, right? Um,
No.
No,
I think I'm
it's
never
actually
really.
it's actually primarily to cover up body odor.
Or to be alluring.
Or just
Yeah,
to be annoying as hell.
yeah, that too. That's why you gotta put it right at the front of the store.
That's usually not why. It's a secondary effect.
Yep.
Right. All right. There are certainly things that smell similar here.
Okay. Yeah. I would in fact love to talk to someone who looks like that, who actually knows some shit around here.
All right.
Who'd be able to
I'd like
help.
to browse.
So it's the guy standing up front, but he's mostly mostly standing in front of the door. Or no, sorry, fairly close to her. Yeah, there's a guy who looks like a guard. It's the guy with the gnarly sword.
Hmm.
Really?
And then you have a like tan skinned human lady who has various shiny bits on her and looks exotically beautiful and of unknown age. She sits on a richly woven carpet with bottles and pots of oils and perfumes, and the rug is not for sale. And yeah, she greets you as you enter and says, "Hello, traveler. How may I be of assistance?"
Hello. We ran across someone who had a lovely smelling potion the other day, about a week or so ago. And it it smelled similar to, and point out whichever ones were kind of close, but felt like home. And I was wondering if you either had a visit from this particular person, or if you could help me recreate what I had experienced.
She thinks for a moment. Um, like scent number one from my nostalgia collection. Well, I did sell a bottle of that to a client a couple of weeks back.
Oh, wonderful. Is that collection something that could be augmented or mixed to make something that is different to each individual?
The magical arts can do many things.
I was going more for like, if yes, how?
Yeah,
She knows.
she's not about to give away trade secrets for free.
I have in my possession a few formula that seem to have come from the capital.
You see her eyebrows raise at that.
Perhaps we could talk shop?
Perhaps. And she looks over at the man there and she says, "Basan, leave us alone for a moment." And he nods slightly and walks out front and stands there looking vaguely intimidating. And by vaguely intimidating, I mean this guy is like 6.5 feet tall and carries a gnarly sword.
What
He
race is
doesn't.
he?
He is a human.
Does he have resting bitch face?
A little bit, yeah.
Does his armor look like one size too small?
He's actually on our. Oh, he has a chain shirt. It looks about right. He also wears a black mask and a turban.
Huh.
Let me see if I can find a picture of what kind of sword he has. Actually,
Well, actually, working in a scent shop, yeah, I'd have a turban too,
Yeah.
and hopefully have it neutralize something.
Good luck.
His sword. It's a curved sword with a disc pommel.
Hey.
Nice.
Of
Fun
course, you can't see
times.
the shiny blade because it's still sheathed. But
Mm-hmm.
But it
You
would
sus-
be shiny.
yes, you suspect that in such a case he would be able to easily pull it out
Mm-hmm.
and disembowel somebody. I do not recommend making it you.
Oh god, I hope you guys are babysitting the child.
I'm.
Actually, yeah. We'll come back to you in a sec,
Oh
Pi.
yeah, I figured, which is why I was paused.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Amaris, what are you up to? Also, for those of you playing along at home, Zio sent me a message about Amaris wandering off right when Pi was saying that.
Fun fact, I had it typed out, I had just forgot to hit enter.
That's incredible.
That's why I
That's
sent
even
it
better.
literally as soon as it was mentioned, because it was like, oh shit, I thought I sent that to you.
You're the best. Alright.
Good luck, bitches!
Kara, you're muted, by the way.
I'll say Archie did not go to the scent shop either. He would have just gone directly to the longhouse.
Alright.
After
We'll get to Archie in a...
securing-
Yeah, we'll get to Archie in a sec, but
definitely.
let's...
Go ahead.
Because Lord knows some heinous bullshit is going to happen with Amaris, because Amaris is a goddamn champ.
He doesn't do anything bad.
Uh-huh.
People.
What kind of stuff would Amaris be looking for, do you figure?
First of all, looking for any signs of wind kobold, because she's curious as fuck. And she's never met another wind kobold besides her brother. So that would be one thing she'd be looking out for. Also, partially reading the crowds as she walks around to see how people react to a kobold walking around.
Alright.
She...
Go
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And because she tends to get the best info from this, is she would also look to see, like, there's gotta be kids who are living here who probably all play together and shit. So she's gonna try approaching some of them because, again, kids she can talk to, adults ignore her.
Alright. You don't seem to garner much attention in the tent city. There are a lot of weird people around here, including races you don't think you've ever actually seen before.
Which is cool as shit.
Yeah, like there's the occasional Aarakocra, Ganassi of various kinds. You think you see a weird giant spider-looking dude peeking out from a shop at one point.
Huh.
Show those into the mic.
Sorry.
And one other thing that you see is actually another wind kobold. I mean, it's a little bit hard to tell at first because he's wearing a white suit with a white hat with a mesh coming down from it. That's it's a fairly dense mesh covering his entire face, and he's wandering around between some how to describe things. White wooden like boxes about 4 high that look like they come apart in segments. And you can see insects flying around him as he's doing this.
What kind of insects?
Bees.
That's a lot of bees. Where is this?
TC9, which is
Right
actually,
in the
yeah,
corner.
Right in the corner. It's where the bees are.
Yeah. Amherst is gonna be like, okay, wind kobold here. I will come back later. That is a lot of bees. How are they not seeing? Yeah, I'm gonna ask that later. But basically, make a mental note of I have to come back here, but I will come back here when the bees, because bees can sting, and you don't want to make bees mad.
It's true.
So yeah, she's gonna for now just go around and try and find local kids she can talk to. Because this place is huge, there's gotta be kids.
Yeah. Sorry.
And of course, that's a thing I'm sure what you're reading does not have info on.
No, they never have anything about kids. I mean, yeah, you're hunting for rumors.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I have questions I'm going to be asking them.
Oh yes, no, I can work with this. I've really got to keep that stuff in mind when I plan further adventures because I know it's going to be every time.
Yes.
You're asking children. Yeah,
Yes.
alright. Do you want to give me a persuasion check? See what all you learn from it?
Oh, bloody hell. Any chance I'd have advantage? Because I'm a kid too, and also I would let them pet my adorable chicken.
I'm gonna say no on the grounds that kids are less likely to know what's actually true themselves.
Fair enough.
You're picking up rumors at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please roll something decent. 5!
Well,
I am not good at this.
yeah, the kids that you can find, mostly, orphans of various kinds, and what they tell you is that the tent city is pretty much a do-as-you-please kind of place. No guards, no rules. You can run naked as a newborn through the avenues, and nobody says a thing. Nighttime is the right time.
Do they like living here?
It's alright.
Who's in charge? There's gotta be a big boss. Like, even if it isn't guards, there's gotta be, like, people you don't mess with. People who, like, you don't go near because you'll get in trouble or worse.
One sec. Finding things is hard. Alright. One of them leans in close when you ask who's really in charge of the place, and he whispers a name in your ear, a name that he obviously doesn't even want to say aloud, just in case. Mama Bobo.
Amarissa does her best not to laugh at that name. And is like, what'd she look like?
Always hitting you with the hard fucking questions. She's strange. Mama Bobo is Mama Bobo is she's an Earth Ganassi. She runs Mama Bobo's palmistry and divination. She knows everything that goes on here.
Everything?
Everything.
How do you get away with anything then? I thought you said there were no rules. Wouldn't she know everything that's going on here and therefore kind of make the rules?
Oh, she knows. But she waits. She stays in her tent. But I've seen what's in there.
What's in there? Is it interesting?
Crystal balls, smelly things, tea leaves, strange decks of cards.
Shiny things?
Many shiny things.
Where does she live?
He points over to near the center of the complex, to a big white tent pretty much straight across the road from the lodge. TC-17.
Okay.
Yes.
Is she nice? Have you talked to her much? Why is she the boss here?
They say that she knows everything.
You already mentioned that. Anything else?
Look, man, I don't want to talk to her. She's weird.
Has she done anything bad, though? Is she just weird because she's different?
Just weird because she's different. It sounds bad when I say it like that. I thought you were fun.
I am fun.
Is that a gun?
Yes.
Can I see it?
No. Well, I mean, I can show you. You're not allowed to use it. Mostly because it's loud and I get in trouble if I share it with kids.
Aren't you a kid?
We
No.
would have taught her gun safety and not let anyone else shoot it.
Yes, exactly. And I was just like, well, I'm 6.
Well, I'm 8.
Fair enough. I saw a wind kobold. Have you seen any more that look like me? Or is there only one?
I think there's just the one up here, although if you go further south, there might be more down there.
Okay.
Down in the... also, some fun Crossroads geography for you all. The south, like, probably after a couple of days beyond Bard's Gate, drops off on a giant cliff. Basically, and this is shit that you know, there used to be an ocean there until weird elemental portals appeared. Now it's basically inundated with oxygen, so there's like a jungle growing over chunks of coral.
That is
There's
so
weird
cool.
stuff down there. Yeah, there's weird stuff down there. Please don't let the child shoot your gun.
I won't. Also, have you ever been in the city?
No, the guards are very scary.
Can anyone go in, though? Like, you have all these tents out here. You can still go in if you wanted to, right? Or are they jerks?
I'm checking some stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was sick for a couple of days, so
Oh, it's fine, dude.
yeah. As far as I can tell, you can get in. There's just nowhere to stay, just because
Okay.
of how inundated this place is with
Population boom.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It was more of, do
Yeah.
people get to go in, or are they just forced to stay out here?
Yeah, you'd probably be able to go in and do a trade, but you'd have to come back out here probably at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, Archie,
Yes.
you are checking out the lodge, huh?
Yeah, when we walked in, do Silver and the cart, well, Silver more specifically, get any, like, out of the ordinary attention?
Yeah, it's certainly unusual. Weird mechanical rafter. Some people, anybody who looks at it closely realizes that it's something weird.
Mm-hmm.
For the rest, it looks like it might be some kind of pack raptor covered in armor,
Fair.
which is a little weird, but nothing, super out of the ordinary. You do see other people like riding raptors or using them as pack animals.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned dinosaurs in the south.
Eat.
Okay, cool.
That's about it.
So I'll go to the lodge because that seems like the place to find information, and also probably where we're gonna be able to find a place to stay if need be. Actually, we have our own bedrolls. Well, we don't have a tent.
I mean, yeah, you could probably camp out on the edge of the camp if you really wanted to.
Ooh. Okay. Either way, I'm going to the lodge, leaving Silver with the cart. I trust Silver to look over our shit. Luna would have wandered off with Amorous because
That's fair. Yeah.
that's basically the standing. Like, if I have not given Luna anything else to do, Luna looks after Amorous. So at least I know where she is.
All right.
And then I go inside and see. So this lodge is. You said it was what exactly?
It's. Are you talking like composition or purpose?
Purpose.
All right. This is basically the main meeting place here. This is its rough equivalent to the bar and tavern.
Okay.
It's one of the few permanent settlements. It's got a fire perpetually burning in the center. It's kind of like a hunting lodge, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The kind of place where rangers are likely to meet. Like, you can see trophies along the walls, presumably from the proprietor of various animals killed and taxidermied and all that stuff.
Does it look
Um,
like this lodge was built after the catastrophe, or it was here and just kind of served as a rally point for the new tent city?
It looks like it was here before,
Okay.
and was probably like closer to forest at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But as the tent city expanded, as Bard's Gate itself and the tent city as a result expanded,
It ended up on
that
the
probably
edge.
pushed into and as such, it's kind of become a sort of impromptu meeting place.
Okay. All right. I think. Is there? Well, first of all, is there any like, notice board or anything of that type?
Um, Nothing that obvious. You'll have to actually talk to people. I'm sorry.
Okay. I was just checking.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't have any languages on my sheet.
Well, you just don't get to fucking talk then.
I guess that just means I know common. Alright,
Yeah.
then I'll get a drink and sit somewhere I can listen in on, like, general conversations, see what I can learn from listening first.
You grab a drink. The bartender is a big, jolly, red-faced dude in a red plaid kilt.
Nice.
He's also got a fairly nice coat. You're human, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. Doesn't seem too interested in you. He kind of, I guess, nothing about you really sticks out when you're not with
With
Silver and Luna, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look like a dressed down knight, if anything, because I have a very simple tabard.
Yeah, he's gonna assume that you're something like that, and he just like gives you a nod and takes whatever a brewski costs for a brewski.
I think the only thing of interest I have is my warhammer.
Yeah. Yeah. You hang out and yeah. Why don't you? You're not trying to persuade people. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, perception sounds.
Oh,
That was 23.
23. Okay. Uh, 23. Sorry, I'm running off of a chart here.
Mm-hmm.
How many of these things am I supposed to tell you then? I think all of them. Yeah. Okay. So there have been some troubles recently in town. There have been raiders attacking recently, mostly along the outskirts of the tent city. Although it kind of seems like they push in as far as they can until they're repelled.
So, bold raiders.
Yeah, every part. There's a mercenary company operating out of the settlement. TC1, the really orderly set of tents. They have so far failed to capture or kill any of the attackers. The current guard force, generally known as the dog soldiers, haven't really managed to do much better, and the mercenaries have been trying to position themselves to take over guard duties in the hopes that, like, with the additional organization and whatnot, they would be better suited to guard the place if it was the combined forces of the mercenaries and the dog soldiers running up as a single unit instead of scrambling every time.
Mm-hmm.
The only place in the camp that has not been touched is TC-17, Mama Bobo's camp. The general opinion you get from people is that between the fact that that hasn't been touched and Mama Bobo claims to not know anything about the raiders, perhaps they're involved in some way. attempts have been made to track the raiders back to their campsite, but between all of the traffic in the area and all that stuff, uh, that has not really worked out.
Mm-hmm.
They they tracked like one set of hoof prints to the north once, but lost it pretty quickly. I think that's about.
Is there
it.
any like talk about like what race or what mix of races the raiders tend to like? Is it humans? Is it mix?
Seems like, well, it's mostly people who haven't been in the area very long. Newcomers. It seems like if you've only been in town a couple of days when this place gets raided, they're more likely to kidnap you. Although exactly how the hell they know that is
Unless they
a
have
mystery.
insider information.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Is there talk of any like bounties or like, you know, money in figuring out what's going on and stopping this?
Uh, Nothing particularly specific. Um, However, given the you get free drinks for life, probably at the very least.
Well, that's not going to help my settlement.
Yeah, well. Oh, and one last thing. The only other bit that you really get is don't fuck with the dog soldiers, or you will get fucking stabbed.
Cool.
Yeah. So, Aska, what are you up to?
Well, I'm kind of just wandering around, but I suppose I would be kind of on the lookout for anything that looks like it might be an herb. Just kind of.
Alright.
I realize at this point that I don't really have money on me since we're party looting it.
Yeah.
But just to make a note, because I'm sure that Dacia would also like to know where the herbs are.
I mean, I'm sure you're carrying some on you because
Yeah,
what
probably.
if you get separated and need like food?
Uh-huh. Yeah. But
Yeah. You find a coffee shop and a tea shop. That's TC.
go ahead.
TC4 is a coffee shop called the Ground Bean,
Mm-hmm.
run by an Earth Ganassi.
Okay.
And TC5 is the Green Leaf, run by a human. There's a lot of weird teas and various kinds of
Mm-hmm.
herbs and stuff.
Do any of the things in that place, like, do they actually just brew the tea, or do they sell tea packs, like stuff to do yourself?
You can
And
buy
if
tea
so-
there,
If so, are any of them medicinal?
Yes.
allegedly.
Would I recognize any of them as actually having medicinal properties? Because herbal remedies are a thing.
I've got one more that catches your eye before you get too into that.
Oh.
There is a place called the Spiced Seed, which is run by an Air Ganassi. That's TC6.
TC6, where are you, TC6?
Yeah, I mean, it's not super important where it is, but
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a variety of weird spices and cooking herbs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that about covers it. Yeah.
Alright, well, I would like to browse. Yeah, that was one that I had at one point wanted to, but things kind of got away from. So I'd like to browse at the other ones, the tea place, and then at the spices place to see if I can recognize any herbal remedies and stuff like that.
All right. You want to give me a perception check for the coffee shop first?
Oh, okay. That was a 26.
Well, if there's a single goddamn thing here. The Alright, you note that you can't quite place the scent of the coffee. like whatever it's being brewed from is something that you actually just straight up don't recognize.
Not like coffee beans.
It is somewhat weird ass breed, probably from further south.
Huh.
Like it smells really good. It's the good shit.
Also probably the expensive shit.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's not that bad. It's 4 copper for a cold mug of Kabe. It's called.
Oh. Well, screw that. I will totally buy a mug. Just now, is this one that's a carry-out place?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll buy a mug so I can sip at it while I look around.
All right. You feel slightly more energized. Right. You want to give me one for green leaf?
Sure. And I probably would be murmuring a quick prayer under my breath as I do, since I am actually...
Sure.
Not like that'll help, but you know. 13. Of course I fucking crit on the coffee shop. Like pulled all-nighters with coffee before so I can recognize the good shit.
Good shit. Yeah, it's a rough hide. What's the word? Rough hide tent. It's got a whole bunch of weird ass varieties of tea. Mostly sold in bricks, like really old school tea. You know, the kind that was thrown to the Boston Bay. Yeah, where like you buy a single brick and you like shave tea off of it to make tea. And you can buy some fairly mundane kinds of tea like that. Some of them, however, you can only get by the cup and are brewed on site. You're not quite sure what goes into those, but you can like if you were to look at somebody drinking from a cup of the weird ones, you could see various kinds of leaves in them. You can't quite get a good look, unfortunately.
Yeah, because I'd have to actually like lean over their shoulder while they were drinking
and
it, and
be
that's
super weird. Yeah.
Yeah, rude and awkward.
Do you want to give me one for the spice seed?
Sure. Once again, little prayer because I'll probably fucking need it. Yeah, I'm enjoying my coffee way too much.
It's really good coffee.
11.
Everything out front looks on the level. It's got, black pepper, cinnamon, oregano, some sage, some garlic. That's about it.
So no actual medicinal herbs. Bummer.
Exactly.
So I will. That's fine. I will keep track of it, just in case.
Yeah, could be an interesting supplier. All right, which I think brings us back around to Dacio.
Hello.
Bonjour. So, what were you up to? Gabe?
All right.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
So partly I want to recreate the quote scent of home because I feel like that'd be useful in any type of potion.
Fair enough.
And the other part is that volatile things tend to have volatile smells, which should be in a perfume shop and go boom more easily, hopefully. But I was hoping to trade her for either some formula in general, or if I think there's other things going on in this place.
Do you think there are other things going on?
I
or
don't
is
know.
that weird? Do you want to give me an insight check?
Like, is this the brothel? I killed the DM. Guys, what do I do? My bad.
Roll it.
All right.
I came back to miss the fact you were killing the DM.
Yeah, she's looking for a brothel now.
No,
No.
I'm not looking for it. I'm asking if it is the brothel.
Well, yeah.
No, dog, everything seems on the up and up here.
No, well, if it were, I was going to teach her unfasten, but no.
Yeah, I think she'd be amenable to, I guess getting the formula for one of your new formulae. I have one particular one in mind. I don't know if you want the others to know what all you have access to.
OPM me.
Yeah.
This.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Oh
Anyway.
my god.
She would be willing to trade information on that for a bottle of the number 1 scent of home.
Does she seem evil? Or, like,
Well, she's
either-
a business owner.
Oh, yeah, so does she seem evil or does she just seem mischievous?
I guess you already rolled an insight, man. You don't know. I guess you're trying to do a different thing. Yeah, give me another insight check.
I'm like, that was for the shop.
Yeah. The shop and her are one. This rug is
Well,
not
then
for
it definitely
sale.
is the brothel.
Come on.
What?
Mischievous.
18, alright.
She has
I
the
just
look of
want to make
somebody
sure
who's...
I'm not, like, gonna regret this.
No, she's not. She doesn't look like she's about to make mustard gas and kill everybody.
Okay. Well, I mean, if she wanted to, she probably already could have.
Yes, that is also true.
That's probably how I got to that conclusion. Alright.
Yeah.
Fair.
Alright.
Yeah, yeah, I'd trade that
Alright.
info for a bottle of stuff.
Yeah. Both of you walk out of this trade thinking that you have made out better. Alright. Anything else you'd like to do here?
Hang on. Let's see here. What is the absolute worst spelling thing in this place?
That's subjective.
What would make people retch the quickest?
I think pure ambergris does that.
Ambergris?
Yeah. Is it really?
I believe so.
Huh. Rush lied to me. Alright.
I mean, where's the shock coming from?
Sorry?
Where's your shock coming from?
Why would Rush lie to a person? They are as a unit a member of the Knightly Order of Canada. Not individually though. Yeah. It's like Voltron, I think. Anyway.
Sorry, typing. Dun, dun, dun. I guess I'd probably try and ask around. This is the tent city, not the city proper.
Yeah. I mean, if you ask around for, hey, did you see a super bright and fucking weird ass wagon? Yes, people did.
No, I was moving on to something else that you're gonna
Alright.
hate me for.
Oh dear.
Should I come back in a minute or?
Yes.
All right.
With regrets. Come back with regrets.
Oh, well, I'm going on to Amorous right now, so you know. Amorous, you have a bad idea.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a very bad idea, but hey, it's all I've learned so far. I'm going to go look at Mama Bobo's tent.
Oh God, right, you guys still have fucking Thierry with you. I don't know what the hell he's doing. It's fine.
He's following me is what he's doing.
Yeah, probably. I will point out that's where I was going to.
Oh God.
Does
Oh,
Amorous
dear.
get there first at least? Because
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with yeah.
I was just letting you know.
Not least because this is the funniest shit in the world. Okay.
Legit.
I'm double checking.
I will remind you, you have Luna with you, so
Oh yeah,
Right.
warning her that it's going to beep in a couple minutes, so you might have to go take it out.
okay.
Alright. I think this is the right one. Yeah. Uh, this camp is a little bit different than most of the places. It looks more like a permanent structure. Not in the same way that the lodge does, but it looks like a fairly sturdy tent, like the kind of thing that would probably take a day or so to dismantle entirely.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a transient structure, is what I'm saying. What are you there's more to this than just Mama Bobo's place. There are people going in and out of it, most of whom look like the kind of people from the plains to the east, I guess.
Hmm?
Hmm.
Isn't the
Most
east
east is
water?
towards water, yeah.
Huh.
No water Ganassi, which I know is what you're going for, don't worry. But they're dressed somewhat more unusually than most people here. More like rawhide clothing, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything particular? And yeah, somewhere in the center is where Mama Bobo's particular stuff probably is.
Yeah.
Is there anything particular you're looking for here?
To begin with, I'm looking for just oddities at this point. Like, let's be honest, she's a kobold. She's also looking to see if she smells anything odd, and she'll probably do a walk around the tent just because she's curious at how big this motherfucking tent is.
It's
Because, like,
pretty
how is a
si-
tent this big?
It's pretty sizable. You can tell it's composed of multiple pieces of fabric.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this like there is a sizable amount of people living in here.
Yeah.
Um, Also, yes, those distances are correct.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So does it look like only people dressed in similar styles are going in and out as they please, or do other people go in?
Other people go in, but are usually accosted by a couple of guards out front, and ask the usual like, "What's your business?" kind of thing.
What kind of things do they answer?
Usually with, "I'm here to see Mama Bobo," and it's about a 50-50 shot if they get let in after that.
Okay. Amorous is gonna. God, this is such a bad idea. Amorous is just gonna walk up like other people do, because she's gonna try this at least, and see if she can get in.
Okay.
This is probably an awful idea, but she's curious.
Right. The dog soldiers are these guys.
You are a worthy successor to Ryotar.
Oh my god. Wow. Come from the
It's
cautious,
weird playing
lawful
this
one to the.
character.
Oh my god. You and
It
Punisher's
feels really
characters.
weird playing this character because internally my player mind is going, "This is a bad idea," but Amorous is just pure curiosity and
Yep.
nothing
Yeah.
bad.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting over here going, but I want to.
So, at the front of the tent is a burly, about 6 foot tall dude with tan skin and a emblem that looks like a dog's head on his shoulder.
Mhm.
And as you approach, he steps in front of you and looks down at you and goes, "Halt! What's your business here?"
Hi there. Amorous just waves a little. It's like, bleep bloop.
I don't think that's what
No. Karu, food's done. Amaris smiles and waves and says, "Hi there, my name's Amaris. My friends and I just kind of got here, and I heard from people that Mama Bobo is kind of important around here, and I thought, considering we just got here, that it would be good to introduce ourselves. So I'm here because everyone else went to do other important things, and I didn't have any important things to do. So I thought I would come and say hi. I just wanted to come and say hi. Also, it's nice to meet you." And she like offers her hand to shake because that's what she was taught to do.
He crouches down to shake your hand. Can you give me a persuasion check?
I'd rather not. I would
That's
really.
unfortunate.
Can
Fun
she
fact,
have advantage for being a novelty?
For being
You
cute.
know what?
I'm polite.
Sure.
I'm still gonna suck at this, guys. I'm just gonna say Amaris's stats are shit.
You were saying that's not bad.
15.
He looks at you for a moment, clearly like thinking in his head. Mama Bobo is currently busy, but if you come back tomorrow, she may be able to speak with you.
Is it okay if I bring my friends then? Then we can all introduce ourselves at once.
Only 3 people are allowed in with her at a time. If the number is fewer than that, then yes.
Okay, there's 4 of us, but one can stay outside. Thank you. What time works best?
You see him like look up until the left for a minute, obviously thinking through in his head. I believe she's free in the mid-afternoon.
Okay, thank you. Oh, and what's your name?
My name is Bighorn.
Okay, it was nice to meet you, Bighorn.
A pleasure.
Amherst just walks off.
You weird fuckers. Archie.
Do
As
I
you
come up
approach-
as she was walking off?
Yes, as you approach, you see a guard like crouched talking to Amaris, and just as she's turning away. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I've heard a description of the mercenary group. Do I recognize the guard as being part of this mercenary group?
This is a different group.
Oh, this is a different group.
These are the guards, the town guards.
The town. Okay.
The
So
dog soldiers.
the town guards are guarding her tent, despite the fact that they seem to be overwhelmed in many regards.
They're kind of around everywhere.
Okay.
Basically, what you're getting from overhearing people is that these are her people that are also guarding the town, basically.
Huh.
Listen,
Yes.
there's murder in cities, and there's still cops getting speeders. There's always going to be one doing something weird.
Fair enough.
So you're saying this woman has a tent out here and yet has her people protecting Bard's Gate.
The tent city. Bard's Gate has its own guards.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Right.
These are, the guards of the tent city. Bard's Gate's guards are...
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
Sorry.
I
my
thought it was the
mistake.
same group. So there's 3 distinct groups. One is the Bard's Gate, which probably just sticks to Bard's Gate.
Yep.
These guys, the dog guards,
Dog soldiers.
the dog soldiers for the tent city, and then the mercenary group, which has a name.
Blackfinger's mercenaries, I think is just what they're called.
Okay.
But basically, are the dogs soldiers dealing with a town that's rapidly outgrown its security?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're having some trubs. What would you like to do?
Hi,
Now that you
Amaris.
stumbled upon.
Oh, hi, Archie. How are you doing? Have you found anything interesting?
Just getting the lay of the land. Did you get in to speak with Mama Bobo?
Nope. But I was told when she's free tomorrow, we can come talk to her then. Bighorn said that only 3 people can go in at once. So we'll have to figure that out. Yeah, tomorrow afternoon. She's free.
Interesting. Okay.
Just say, how does Amherst keep getting useful information?
I don't know.
She's
Because
always like a
what would
step
a child
ahead.
do with this information, and why shouldn't I give it to her?
Yup.
Yeah. I mean, between that and like she always wanders off and ends up doing things while we're just gathering information other places or doing stuff. She just skips the pleasantries. Okay. Well, I'm having trouble finding a job for us, but they do seem to be having trouble with raiders in the tent city. It just feels odd that this one tent is the only one not attacked.
I mean, Mama Bobo is apparently like the kind of sort of big boss around here. That's what I've heard, at least. So, I mean,
Maybe they're wary of more protections around her camp site. Maybe.
or maybe they're just scared of her.
Maybe.
I mean, she controls this whole entire area, right? So if you mess with her directly, maybe then she'll like blow you up or something.
Yeah. I don't see why she would be responsible for the raiding after all. Unless there's something else going on. Did you find out anything else?
And on that, we're gonna cut back to show. Yeah, Scan, what are you up to? You are muted, my friend.
After I checked out the different tea shops and all that junk, I would have probably circled around and just kind of taken in the sights, seen if there was anything interesting to be had, and anything that looks like it could be useful to us later.
This is a pancake shop. Does that count?
Not really.
What about a waffle place?
Oh,
Perhaps.
shit.
But
I have definitely gotten two different places confused.
uh-oh.
Mama Bobo's place and the one I was describing are two entirely different ass fucking places.
What?
This will be
Sorry?
fun. This will be fun.
Yeah, so Mama Bobo is actually in TC-13. Her place still is the one that hasn't been hit, but the dog soldiers are not affiliated with her.
Huh.
TC-13 is a bunch of wagons.
Oh shit, she got downgraded.
That changes things. You know,
I know.
Yes.
you want to know
I'm
the funny
sorry.
thing? Earlier when I was looking at the map while you were with that someone else, I was like, TC-13 looks interesting. I wonder what's up with that place.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got confused between numbers because they use a slightly weird font in here.
Slightly? Actually, it looks really weird.
A little bit, yeah. I am very sorry about that, my
7
friends.
and a 3.
Look, I'm also not very smart.
So what is 17?
17 is the camp of the dog soldiers.
Oh.
They're just entirely unrelated to her.
Okay. Well,
people
would
do
it
live
be
there.
would it be you think the kids would say that TC-17 is still one of the scariest parts because dog soldiers?
Yeah. They're really scary. Yes, don't mess with them. I would recommend against.
Maybe they got confused and it's a kid thing and not, the DM messing up.
Totes.
Except the guard would have said Mama Bobo's not here.
Yeah, that pretty much would have been it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So in that case, when I met up with her, she basically went, "Yeah, I was looking for Mama Bobo. It turns out it's not in that place, and we'd both go looking for Mama Bobo, and then you can come back to us."
Right. It's just about the end of the night, so I will. Yeah, it is off to the south. You can try getting a meeting with her next session. We'll see. It's the TC-13 is basically a collection of various wagons. Various brightly colored wagons. Which I'm sure is a fact that doesn't interest you guys at all. Yeah, we will go into that more next time, probably.
Okay.
Possibly. Sorry about that. I kind of wasted like 20 minutes of your guys' time. Anyway,
Don't worry
Pi,
about it.
You had something you wanted to do, right?
Yes, give you regrets.
Always.
Alrighty. I would like to either buy or find around this camp a suitable partner for Thierry. One that can be trained.
I don't know where the brothel is. We already went over this.
One that can be trained.
So you're looking for a dog or a cat or something, huh? Maybe a
Hmm.
hamster. Maybe a tarantula.
Something that will live long enough to be useful and large enough to either get his attention or bite / peck / smack him if needed.
There's a place with goats.
If he walks around town with a goat, I don't know how well that's going to go.
Go into goat. The eccentric nobleman.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you can probably find somewhere to buy a dog for a couple of copper. Probably actually down around TC13.
Christ.
Yeah. They have a lot of mastiffs down there. Specifically mastiffs. The book specifies mastiffs.
Huh. Hang on. What the hell's a mastiff look like? Oh, yeah. Alright. Big Borfos. Borfer. Borf. Shit. Honestly, I would probably try and get him a puppy and maybe a goat as well.
For a couple of silver, you get some weird looks and a puppy and a goat.
Why do I get weird looks?
I assume you just like thrust them into Thierry's hands.
No. Well, I mean, he can lead the goat. Cause...
What? Why are you giving me a goat?
Because you are going to have to learn how to take care of yourself, and someone other than me is going to have to learn how to take care of you. And the dog is not big enough to headbutt you. Yet.
I mean, everything will be fine once I find my wife, and
until then?
Until then, I'll go back to my estate and try and find my wife.
Uh-huh. Say, I think I've heard of your house. It was a relatively up-and-coming name?
Yes.
Tell me, what was your house known for?
Hey.
And yes, show I am.
Absolute scoundrel. Production of fine silks?
Fascinating. Listen, I overheard when I was at the perfume shop that the barn and tavern in TC14 makes a mean spirit. Tell me a bit about your house while we get something to eat. Oh god, this is a bad idea.
What are you looking for from him?
I'm looking to get him tipsy, not drunk.
Okay, you get him to have a couple of drinks, and yeah, you learn that his house controlled the manufacturing of fine silk clothing and that kind of stuff. Similar accoutrements in Bard's Gate. Such an industry, of course, peddled heavily in selling to nobles, especially those from the capital.
So hilariously, that's not actually what I was going for.
Oh,
So once I've gotten him properly tipsy, gonna take him towards the outskirts of town and point out that whatever time of year it is, either for planting or harvesting,
spring.
spring, and that when did your wife leave? Because if he's gone 6 months prior or 8 months, then that should be like 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to start pointing this out as we're walking.
Alright. I'm gonna stop you right there. Everybody who isn't Dacio, give me a perception check.
16.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Askin, man, you love that fucking coffee, huh?
Asking,
Alright.
did you get drugged again?
He's drunk on coffee. We have an issue.
Alright. Amorous, Archie, and Dacio. Well, Dacio, as you see Thierry's jaw kind of start to work as he tries to put all of this together and give you an answer, you hear something in the distance. You hear the sound of a horn, and then fog starts to roll in. And that's where we're ending the session for.
I knew it.
Frowny face.
I had a feeling that raiders would show up just as the session ended.
Yep.
No. Oh, hope you guys had fun.
Yes.
By the way, just so I know, like magical fog or conveniently timed fog?
Oh, you bet your ass that's magical.
Way too convenient.
And you bet your ass that it's gonna stay there?
We'll see how that all works out for you. Yeah, with Zio and Kerr, we'll work out what the fuck actually happened with Amorous, because I screwed that up. But,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to my players for, playing.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, you guys are great.
Thanks for watching, guys, and stick around with us. On Friday, we have our Madness Mad Mage campaign at 6 o'clock Mountain, and then on Sunday, we are having a special charity stream for Forging Heroes Society, a group here in Edmonton that brings dice and everything else you need to run D&D clubs at school. We will have a lot of fun. Mark from Forging Heroes Society will be playing with us, and he will be bringing some of his famous ice cream dice. And we will also have as guest star Mark Meir, who is probably best known for voicing Commander Shepard from Mass Effect.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking rip-roaring time. And we'll be showing off
This
some
is
stuff.
happening.
Yeah, this is actually happening. And we'll be showing off some stuff from Spaceships and Starworms, which is the game that we'll be playing, including some stuff from their upcoming Kickstarter.
Yep. So come watch us, and you will see what interesting things they have given me to throw at these guys.
Everyone's gonna die.
I'm fucking terrified. Alright. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you for watching.